it's another exciting weekend with Shakey Super League. So sit back and relax as we watch our favorite volleyball athletes battle it out for that one championship title. And in a few moments, we will see a third clash between the Ateneo Blue Eagles, who is hoping to clinch their second win against the JRU Lady Bombers. If this is your first time tuning in, once again, I welcome you to Shakey Super League. You can watch all the games live on My Plus Network social media pages, that's on Facebook and YouTube channel, and for the first time ever on TikTok. So it's also available on Shakeys Philippines and Shakey Super League's Facebook and YouTube channels. In our third game, in the earlier game, we saw the San Sebastian Lady Stags get the best of Emilio Aguinaldo Lady Generals in 3 straight sets in the Perpetual Health. Lady Altas triumphed over the Mapua Lady Generals in another 3 straight match. And of course, in their fourth game, we will see the clash between the Arellano University and the NU Lady Bulldogs. But before that, let's take a look back at our new set of Impact Plays of the Week, featuring players like Lyceum's Joanna Dolorito Lasal, Angel Canino, NU's Vanji Alinsug, and more. Let's watch this.
Shout out to the FEU legend and her school up next after this match. And that time, a block by Dolorito.
Yes, single block by Dolorito. Talagang hindi niya iniwan yung spiker na yon. Binantayang mabuti.
And now it's match point for LPU. There by Almirante. Another chance. They go back to Coronel. Smart play!
Smart play. You know, as a setter, you really have to have the brains, and Julia Coronel surely has that.
Ang nakakatuwa doon, nagkasabay pa tayo, Richie, and that's this group play of the set is gone.
That timeout. Bustrillo with a hammer. It's Bustrillo's time at this part of the match. Performing really excellently when it...
But led by Dolly Versosa, surprising the NCAA. But meanwhile, look at that hit coming from Alinsug.
And there we have it, the former juniors UAAP MVP finally making a name for herself in the collegiate. The Lady Spikers. With an exclamation point, that is Angel Canino. Well, looking at her attack, nakita mo how talaga she aims to get more points.
A lot of promising players. Ang dami nating aabangan dito sa Shakey Super League. Kaya naman, you can watch these games, the replays of these games only on Facebook and on our Facebook and YouTube channel. And of course, for the first time ever on TikTok. You can also watch the game on My Plus Network's Facebook and YouTube channel. That's at My Plus Network on Facebook and My Plus Network 2020 rather on YouTube. Now, for our Shaky Super fans out there, you get a chance to be featured here at QuickSet by following these steps. Make a short video explaining why you're a super fan. Post that video on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, and tag Plus Network social media accounts. That's at My Plus Network on Facebook and TikTok, and at My.Plus Network on Instagram. We will be picking winners randomly, so good luck. Now let's get on to the third game of the day. That is the Ateneo Blue Eagles clashing with the JRU Lady Bombers.
All-important game, especially now that we're winding down the elimination round. Earlier on, San Sebastian defeated EAC while Perpetual Health victorious over Mapua, both in straight sets, which brings us to our third game of our quadruple header. It's the Ateneo Blue Eagles taking on the JRU Lady Bombers. Hello everyone who's watching us live on the Plus Network digital platforms and also on the Shaky Super League social media pages. Ken Pangilinan once again with Richie Cordero. And Richie, very crucial matchup, especially now that teams are trying to figure out how to get to the next round.
Yes, a thrilling match indeed, Ken, as the JRU Lady Bombers are challenged to stay alive in the Shaky Super League and hopefully defeat the Ateneo Blue Eagles coming from their straight set loss from the defending champions. The Lady Bomber veterans Sid Niegos and Riza Rose still remain hungry to lead their team for their first victory.
So tignan natin itong dalawang kupunan na to kung sino mananaig. But meanwhile, let's begin our Shaky's pre-huddle of the game by checking our team standings. Earlier on, we've mentioned San Sebastian notching their very first win against EAC. Meanwhile, Perpetual essentially getting one of the top 2 spots in Pool A. Pagdating naman dito sa Pool C, wide open pa ito, Richie.
Yes, and the Ateneo Blue Eagles opened with a remarkable straight set victory over the Arellano Lady Chiefs. Showing mastery in the sport, they dominated their first game with outstanding plays and attacks, and even though the second set was a bit stretched out, the second stringers still delivered quality minutes and won the second set.
You've mentioned Ateneo winning in straight sets but had to withstand a gallant stand by the Arellano Lady Chiefs, especially nung set number 2, Richie.
Yes, and not to mention Jenna Hora, who made a loud impression as she performed with excellence, gaining a good and memorable number of points for her squad.
Speaking of Jenna Hora, of course, when we talk about Ateneo, the first thing we mention more often than not is Faith Nisperos, and boy did she deliver in their very first game.
Yes, and as we all know, Faith never disappoints, and she really showed up ready for a victory. Aggressive attacks and services as her strong points, Faith continues to be a great leader and player for the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
So let's see if she could build on that impressive outing. Faith Esperos, as always, very reliable para dito sa Ateneo Blue Eagles. Meanwhile, for the JRU Lady Bombers, a very tough loss against the NU Lady Bulldogs. Although, they were trailing by just 3 points, 11-14, but NU was just too much, scoring the last 8 points in set number 1, and from there talagang pumalagwa na sila kontra dito sa JRU.
Yes, and we saw last game that the points accumulated by the JRU Lady Bombers in their previous game was dominated in numbers by the Lady Bulldogs. They may need to match and deliver their opponent's numbers this game to hopefully win this very crucial game.
And of course, Sid Niegos, really big shoes to fill as the new team captain here for Coach Mia Tioseco.
You know, Sid Niegos is a player Coach Mia relies on to lead her team, especially because they are considered to be a young team. Speaking to her last time, her goal is to always be present inside the court so her teammates will be led by example. And we surely saw that because she was our leading scorer for the last game where she scored 8 points.
So let's see if she could add on to that output. 8 points kontra Arellano, kontra sa NU naman 6 points. Punta na tayo sa ating Shaky Super League tournament format. Of course, our point system. So Richie, so of course in our point system, if you win by 3 sets or 4 sets, you get 3 points. Pag 5-setter naman, 2 points. Kapag natalo ka naman by 5 sets, meron ka pa rin 1 point. But if you lose by 3 or 4, you don't get any point. And of course, the top 2 teams per pool, what will happen if those teams advance? Of course, yung mga top 2 teams from pools A and C will be combined into Pool E, and yung Pools B and D naman, yung top 2 dyan, will form Pool F. And results of the matches with other qualified teams will be carried over. So yung DLSU FEU sa Pool D, hindi na magtatapat yan. And then another cross round robin, the 8 teams will battle in a crossover quarterfinals. At pagdating ng quarterfinals, semifinals, all the way to the finals, knockout games na po iyang lahat. And syempre yung mga hindi na-qualify for the quarterfinals will still have a final match. So the teams that finish third in Pool A and B will face each other, as well as the 4th and 5th placer of those same pools. Pareho din yan sa Pool C and D. Although mas onte kasi 4 teams from Pools C and D. So it's gonna be an uphill battle for all of the teams who want to really make it far here sa Shaky Super League. And so titignan natin, will the Blue Eagles soar once again, or will the Lady Bombers have one last explosion in them? Let's find out as we turn you over to our venue announcer.
We hope you're still enjoying your weekend. This is the Shaky Super League 2022 Preseason Championship. Let's meet our team for today's third game. Starting with the Jose Rizal University Lady Bombers. Team captain number 7, Sydney Niegos. First libero, number 5, Yanyan Alonia. Number 1, Jen Silverio. Number 2, Lei Amante. Number 3, Kyla Hazareno. Number 4, Kai Esguerra. Number 8, Riza Rose. Number 9, May Ruiz. Number 10, Jerilyn Inday Laurente. Number 11, Danica Villanueva. Number 15, Shan Preta. Number 16, Kring Batara. Number 18, Cel Rosario. And second libero is number 6, Isa Ortiz. And now, here come the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles. Team captain, number 17, Faith Nisperos. First libero, number 19, Roma Doromal. Number 1, Jenna Hora. Number 5, Vanessa Gandler. Number 8, Ivana Sulit. Number 9, Takako Fujimoto. Number 11, Giselle Tsunoshima. Number 12, Joanne Narit. Number 14, Alexis Minor. Number 15, Pial Difonso. Number 16, Leandy Guzman. Number 20, Brianna. Number 21, Sofia Buena. And second libero is number 7, Kiara Cruz. Our officials for today's ball game. First referee, Ronaldo Lumagbas, national referee. Second referee, Choi Buki, national referee. Starting lineup for both teams, starting with the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles. Number 1, Jenna Hora. Number 5, Vanny Gandler. Number 9, Takako Fujimoto. Number 12, Joanne Narit. Number 14, AC Minor. Number 17, team captain Faith Nisperos. Their libero is number 19, Roma Doroma. Head coach for the Blue Eagles is Oliver Almandro. And now, here's the starting lineup for Jose Rizal University Lady Bombers. Number 1, Jen Silverio. Number 2, Lei Amante. Number 7, team captain Sid Niegos. Number 9, May Ruiz. Number 10, Jerilyn Laurente. Number 15, Shan Preta. Their libero is number 5, Yanyan Alonia. Head coach for the Lady Bombers is Mia Dioseco. This is match number 27.
Ateneo rolling up with a somehow familiar lineup. Jenna Hora, Vanny Gantler, Fujimoto, Joan Narit, AC Minor, Faith Nisperos, and Roma Doromal rather, as their starting libero. Samantala naman for JRU, Jenilyn Silverio, Malay Amante, Sid Niegos, May Ruiz, Inday Laurente, and Shen Preta, and Yanyan Alonia as their starting libero. Of course, Ateneo headed by Coach O, Oliver Almadro. Samantala naman for JRU, coached by Mia Tioseco. So the JRU girls in dark blue, Faith Nisperos and Ateneo Blue Eagles in immaculate white. As we're moments away from this matchup between Ateneo and JRU. Hello once again everyone who's watching us live sa ating Plus Network digital platforms and also on the Shaky Super League Facebook page. Again, Pangalinan alongside Richie Cordero and also Janine Sakal working the sidelines here. This set is brought to you by Shaky Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now as Ateneo opens up with an error, giving the point here to JRU. Now if you're JRU, Richie, you're just trying to really salvage kasi syempre hindi naman masyadong maganda yung pinakita ng first two games.
Yes, exactly. And I think there is pressure right now for the JRU Lady Bombers, especially because it is a crucial game for them because if they lose this, wala na sila.
As meanwhile, Joan Narit with a quick hit. On the flip side, Richie, pwede rin naman na nothing to lose mentality ka na rin if you're the Lady Bombers.
Yes, that's true. Also,
and minsan, mahirap kalaban yung ganyang klase, yung very loose. And tignan natin, early stages here ng ating laro, how their body language is. Of course, Sid Niegos, their new team captain following the departure of Dolly Versosa, the second best outside spiker ng nakaraang NCAA Season 97. Meanwhile, southpaw spike there by Jenna Hora.
beautiful flight from Jenna Hora also. You know, we saw her perform last game and medyo nagulat nga ako sa performance niya kasi she's not that tall of a player but her presence inside the court, parang ang tangkad-tangkad niya na ang veteran na siya maglaro.
Well, this one's a tall player, Joan Narit from Baclayon, Bohol, with a service ace. Was named the best player when they won in the second round against UST in the UAAP with 11 points. Meanwhile, this serve of the game is brought to you by Shaky Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Ateneo with an early 3-2 lead. And miscommunication there. Point mapupunta dito sa Lady Bombers.
Yeah, slight miscommunication. Medyo mahirap na malaman kung sino kukuha ng bola, lalo na if nasa front line tapos malayo yung center mo.
And now it's Shanine Preta, who I believe is the sister of LPU basketball player Spencer Preta.
And that was just a little too low for a set, for minor.
And Malay Amante with a tap ever. So point mapupunta naman dito sa Ateneo, who's coming off a trip in Bacolod and actually won in 5 sets against USD. So last weekend lang yon. I believe that was October 9, Sunday. They won against the Golden Tigresses.
Yes. I'm sure kumain sila after nun to celebrate. Ang sarap ng pagkain sa Bacolod.
Lalo na yung inasal. Meanwhile, that quick 1-2 play.
Beautiful play by Fujimoto. Alam ko parang nakita niya na yung butas sa court nun eh. Nakita niya na spread out na yung defensive system ng JRU.
And this cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
Beautiful serve.
Laurente, punta kay Ruiz off the block. It goes.
No, she really powered through that attack, seeing that her blockers were a bit far from the net. If makita mo, medyo hindi nakadikit yung kamay ng blockers dun sa net. So, mas okay na power through talaga para mapacheck na lang.
Malay Amante, perhaps one of the girls tasked to take over kay Dolly Versosa. Although nakausap ko si Coach Mia one time, sabi niya, it's gonna take a collective effort just like that.
Yes, exactly. And, you know, even last game, Ruiz really performed through her powerful attacks.
Back-to-back points for
Yes.
May Ruiz.
both check balls.
So tying things up at 5. Cora, unable to send it over.
You know, those are the attacks na mahihirapan ka talaga mag-adjust kasi galing sa likod na yung set mo.
The JRU, much like nung first set nila kontra sa NU, keeping in step so far. Actually, lamang pa sila dito, 6-5. Esperos with the first ball. Fujimoto goes back to Hora, single block, but it's out.
Medyo yung angle lang ng block doon yung kailangan niyang ayusin, pero nandun eh. Here we have Vanny Gandler serving.
That's right. You know this girl very well, Vanny Gandler.
Yes.
Played for De La Salle Zobel in high school. Turning 22 years old this year. I believe in December. Tama ba?
Yes, December 5.
Oy, kapisado.
Siyempre.
Meanwhile, AC Minor, nagagaluhan doon.
Very easy points for AC Minor here.
AC Minor, I remember, had an 8-block game against UP. And that was a crucial match dahil they had to win that match to earn a playoff for that step ladder semi-final spot. And boy, did she deliver. Talking about AC Minor. Meanwhile, May Ruiz so far with 2 points. Fujimoto back set.
I just have to commend the defense of
JRU.
exactly.
The floor defense, and that time the attack. May Ruiz off the block ulit. So JRU so far doing good. 7-0 lang ating talaan dito here in set number 1. Later on, makikita rin natin in Pool C action, NU will take on Arellano. Faith Nisperos with her first touch, but that is out.
I think mali yung pagka-palo niya dun sa bola. Medyo sa gitna na, kaya nag-outside.
8-7 here in our first technical timeout.
Resilient and selfless, someone who doesn't crumble under pressure. That's how Faith Nesperos wants to be introduced to the world. She shared that who she is right now is a result of the very competitive and pressure-filled environment she was exposed to early on. A lot of people expected her to deliver, and deliver she did. Sabi pa nga niya, mas matindi pa ang pressure ng coaches kaysa sa game. Growing up, she had a lot of doubters, but they just became a fuel for her to go even beyond. Now we are seeing another day in the era of Faith Nesperos. Now back to the panel.
Thank you, Janine. You know, talking about Faith Nesperos, Richie, when the lights are on, you can really expect her to rise to the occasion. But before that, this serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza in Chicken and Mojos now. Gander with a good first ball, sets up AC Minor with a hammer there.
A perfect play from the Ateneo Blue Eagles right there.
Makita mo yung first ball, napakaganda.
You know, it's important that when you have a good first ball, that you quickly activate your middle attackers.
Now AC Minor, only 19 years old. Bright future ahead.
Very young pala, no?
Oo. Fujimoto sets
Beautiful
up
set.
Nesperos with her first conversion.
There we have our Queen Eagle accumulating the points this early in the set.
And this spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Also played for FEU Diliman in high school and was named the UAP Season 82 first best middle blocker in the girls division, although missed out on that serve that time. So JRU lamang pa dito, 10-9. May Ruiz.
Yung parang nafe-feel ko nga na from the JRU side, parang gusto na lang talaga nila maglaro. Like for the set, parang ang ganda ng showing nila.
You know, I remember I covered one NCAA game. Mapuo was trying to enter into the semifinals. Kalaban nila Letran, who was eliminated already. And alam mo, maniniwala ka ba, Richie? Letran won in straight sets
Oh, wow.
against Mapua. So, you know, anything can
Interesting.
happen, especially going up against a team nothing to lose anymore.
Yes.
Gander now from the back row.
Oh, that was too far.
Preta denied there.
Great floor defense coming from the JRU Lady Bombers. And great save
Chance
from
here.
Kiara Cruz.
Diegos running attack. Ateneo Stern. Then top best Veros.
You know what I noticed with the Ateneo Blue Eagles? Kabisado na ni Fujimoto kung anong klaseng set yung gusto ni Nesperos. Kaya ang gagawin niya lang talaga i-spike na lang. Parang it's so easy for her now.
And you mentioned Fujimoto, big shoes to fill as well,
Yes,
following
of
the
course.
departure of Jaja Maraginot from Ateneo de Davao University.
Oh,
Diegos
Faith
from the
Nesperos
right.
also came from...
That's right. So marami sila dyan. You have Sulit also from Ateneo de Davao. Fujimoto sets up Hora.
Beautiful attack by Gina Hora. You know, this girl is so promising, especially because she's a lefty. Very hard to read. Mas madali sa kanila kabigin yung bola dun sa zone 5.
Alam mo, ang ganya kasi tignan. And you see her elevate.
Yes, she looks so light inside the court.
So 12-10, Ateneo. JRU, what are they gonna do here? Diegos from the middle.
You know, I like how JRU is producing plays. Kasi mas mahirap yun basahin if you're playing against the team.
Napakaganda ng set dito ni Laurente. And now she's serving from Aklan. So most of the players here. Kababayan mo, Richie.
Yes. Shout out, Valente.
The service ace here.
You know, these are the important points, Ken. Sana makalayo na sila sa points. Like, even just coming from services, because these are the easiest points you can get.
Quick set here for Narin.
Yes, and those are the kinds of sets you want na hindi na makakahabol yung blockers ng kalaban mo.
So good setup chop there by Fujimoto. And Narin obliges. And serving now is Faith Desperos, the UAP Season 84 second best outside hitter. And also mention natin, two-time finals MVP in the UAP Girls Division. Good dig there by Kiara Cruz. But JRU
And great effort from Faith
with the
Nesperos.
reset. Amante off the block. Look at JRU roll so far.
I'm very impressed right now. Alam mo, kahit yung mga pa-check lang sa labas, yun talaga yung nakakakuha ng points eh. So, you know, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Sa maganda dito, lahat ng spikers for JRU really contributing so far. May Ruiz, sinimulan na una, pero si Sid Niegos at ito si Malay Amante contributing as well. At that time, nabati ko yata eh.
Medyo huwag mo nang batiin, Ken.
But you know, Sid Niegos, you could see her always smiling around. Alam mo, minsan infectious yan eh sa kupunan ninyo eh.
Yes, that's true. Actually, you know, I talked to her last game when I also covered her. And sabi niya, since she's a veteran, onti lang silang veteran,
Right.
mostly rookies sila, and it's a new team, rebuilding team. Kailangan, if you're older and you have more experience, dapat your rookies or the new ones feel your presence inside the court. Na dapat smile lang para ma-lift up mo din yung teammates mo.
Of course, apart from Dolly Versosa, Kia Melgar also hindi nakasama sa kanilang kupunan. And Hora making something out of nothing there.
You know, I think she was forced to drop that ball and it still was advantageous for her. Medyo malapit na kasi yung bola tapos sinabol niya na lang galing pa sa likod yung set. And it's an advantage that she can jump so high.
Retaking the lead is Ateneo, 15-14. Laurente goes back to May Ruiz from the left flank. But it's a violation against JRU.
Yes, medyo malapit na yung set niya sa bola.
Now we head into our second technical timeout. Ateneo ahead by 2, 16-14. Back with us here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum for the continued coverage of the Shaky Super League. Vanny Gandler and Faith Nisperos, the 1-2 punch for Ateneo. Meanwhile, Sid Niegos trying to lead her team, the JRU Lady Bombers here, who currently trail by 2, 16-14. Ruiz goes to Niegos. And mad scramble leads to a point once again for the Lady Bombers.
Sayang yun, nandun na si Hora and tsaka si Nisperos. Medyo na miscommunication lang talaga. You know, I have to commend JRU's energy right now. Parang feel na happy talaga sila ngayon. So you're proven right, Ken.
Fujimoto. Wow, smart play there. Catching the defense of JRU off guard with that hit. Look at that. Cool play of the set, and it's brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Vanny Gandler showing leaps and bounces in terms of her improvement throughout the years. Back set. And Silverio denied there by Ateneo.
Kita mo sarado na yung blockers talaga eh. Nakaposisyon na si Faith doon. Medyo mahirap na magpadaan ng bola if ganun.
And access denied. And this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Was part of the UAP Season 81 Championship team, talking about Vanny Gandler. From Muntinlupa, tama ba?
Yes.
From the back is Niegos, but that's too much. Mustard.
Yes, a bit too long on that attack.
4-point lead for Ateneo, leads to a Mia to second timeout. Let's listen in.
Settle down, settle down. Huwag tayo maging sobrang anxious. Okay, Laika, babalitan mo sa for blocking. Inday, Season, pasok ka for Malay. Set lang tayo, basic lang tayo, okay? Para hindi lang kayo babawan si Inday. Okay? Girls, settle down. Saglit lang to. Okay? Tara. Tayo.
You know, it's so important. Yun nga sabi ni Coach Mia, di ba? Basic. It's important to stick to what you know and what you trained for. And knowing JRU, if you're rebuilding, that's what you focus on, the basics.
Also mentioning her girls to settle down. Only a 4-point lead here for Ateneo. Yung ayaw niya mangyari, yung nangyari nung first set kontra sa NU, where the Lady Bulldogs racked up the last 8 points after JRU was hanging in close. But meanwhile, Nisperos.
And again, we see the exact same attacks from Faith Nisperos. Very effective play.
Look at
Deserving for that Queen Eagle title.
And now it's a double substitution here for JRU. So Mali Amante and Laurente will check out. Replaced by Eguera and sorry, that was si Risa Rose. Inserted back here. 2015 Ateneo.
Oh, great serve.
Alonia trying to send it over, and she does.
And great save.
Fujimoto Goes to Nisperos. From the middle, Rose. Fujimoto goes to Hora. And man, Jenna Hora has been on a tear so far here in set number 1.
Bro, this girl is on fire. Let's see the replay.
And that spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Corner now.
You know, you see her form shows effectivity inside the court. Kasi parang ang basic ng form niya, pero ang lakas ng pagkadating niya. Great serve.
6-point lead for Ateneo. Fujimoto, back set. Chance here for JRU. Ruiz. Nisperos, block there!
Beautiful, beautiful block by the JRU Lady Bombers. Nakita mo nakaposition sila doon and sabay tumalon yung dalawang blockers.
Great timing on the block, and that is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Risa Rose, also from Maclan, from Balete. Fujimoto goes back to Faith.
Mas parang gusto bumawi ni Faith, pero
You know that very well.
yeah.
But this time she sets up Hora. From the right side was Egera. Gandler from behind. Fujimoto goes back to Nisperos. She is denied once again.
So great efforts from both teams right now.
And that is too much sauce for Fanny Gandler.
Medyo napahaba lang yung bola niya doon, pero kaya.
And you can see JRU now fighting back.
You know, I love how they celebrate. They're all smiling inside the court. You know, even her teammates on the side, you see them cheering for the teammate.
Really excited for every point. Kahit nga hindi puntos eh. Basta yung effort ng teammate nila, nakikita nila doon. At that time, those are the errors that they really have to cut down on. And now it's AC Minor checking out. Replacing her is Giselle Chunashima, who's now serving for the Blue Eagles. Chunashima, only 20 years old, but that time, service error. So 22-18 Ateneo. Certainly not out of the woods yet, especially with how JRU is playing so far.
Yes, yun yung struggle actually. Pag kakapasok mo lang sa court, tapos alam mong malamig ka, tapos ipapag-serve ka.
Fujimoto goes back to Faith, and this time she obliges.
A beautiful attack by Faith Esperos. Wouldn't expect any different from her.
Sabi mo, babawi, and bumawi nga dito, which forces Coach Mia Tuseco to call a timeout. Let's listen in once again.
Depensa tayo. Kailangan natin dumipensa para maka-offense tayo. Kakaintindihan tayo, doon natin satsagain. Okay? Tara, baba, ready. Ginagawa natin ito lagi. Okay? Go, go. Tara,
No, exactly what Coach Mia said. All points come from defense. Hindi ka makaka-atake kung wala kang depensa, wala kang first ball. And now that the Ateneo Blue Eagles are accumulating their points from mostly attacks, like JRU really has to step up their defense.
Now Tax Fujimoto will be sent out here in favor of number 20, that's Brianna Nang. Who will celebrate her birthday in a few days. Will turn 20 years old. October 19 po, kanyang birthday. And look at that early birthday present with his service ace.
Early celebration na rin.
Which brings us to set point here for Ateneo. Blue Eagles on the verge of capturing this set number 1. But as I say that,
Nabati mo din.
service error kontra dito kay Brianna Nang. Laika Egera now serving for JRU. Very athletic player para dito kay Coach Mia Joseco, also from Maclan. Good serve. Nang goes to Nesperos. The
Great
blocking
block.
so far on Nesperos on point. Ay Hazareno. And that's too strong. Oh, actually, it's a check.
Check ball?
I'm not sure about that,
Oh
but
yes, check ball. Lucky break for JRU.
so check ball for JRU here. 24-20. Nang goes back to Faith. Diegos from the middle. Chance here for Ateneo. They go this time to Hora and she delivers.
Lucky that that ball went check to go high. Medyo nahirapan yung JRU Lady Bombers basahin if it was gonna go in or if it was gonna go out.
Impressive Jenna Hora punctuating set number 1 as they take it 25-20. Set number 2 in just a bit. Don't go away. We see here the relatives of the very hardworking Miss Gefs Lineses, the Lahara family, all the way from Tarlac. And this Con Family Pizza of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken in Mojo's now. Really enjoying the action here as Ateneo taking set number 1 here, 25-20. Although JRU hindi talaga nagpahuli dito, much like nung unang laban nila against NU nung set number 1 na yun. Set number 1 highlights here. Take a look, May Ruiz racking up 3 points early on. But ito, Tax Fujimoto with her smart plays really emerging here.
You know, the first set, you see how the JRU Lady Bombers fought with their off-the-block attack points, but not enough as the Blue Eagles were eager and well-established in their great defense and marvelous attacks led by Gina Hora, Faith Nesperos, and Joanne Nares. As in, makikita mo naman talaga na early on pa lang sa set, ang dami na lang na-accumulate na points all together as a team.
You mentioned Gina Hora punctuating that first set with that hit. Take a look at some of the numbers here, Richie.
Yeah, you see that they dominated in their attacks. Medyo malayo yung attack points if you compare the two teams. Pero great effort from the JRU Lady Bombers and kudos to Ateneo.
So 10 more attacks para dito sa Blue Eagles. Really setting up the difference here in set number 1. So a whole new 6 for both squads here in set number 2 with the all-to-play rule. You see here Riza Rose trying to lead her team dito sa JRU, as well as Rosario, Danica Villanueva also there, one of their veterans. Samantala naman for Ateneo, Lian de Guzman, Pia Ildefonso inside. And this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken in Mojo's now. JRU 0-2, trying to notch their first win here in Pool C, while Ateneo yet to suffer a loss, winning their opening assignment against Arellano. And tomorrow after this, Magtatapat naman Ateneo and NU in the very last game in our Sunday quadruple-header. But right now, it's Ateneo versus JRU here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Ken Pangalinan again with Richie Cordero, Janine Sakal, our sideline reporter. As here, we are here in set number 2. Lian de Guzman from the left. Back row attack is too short.
Unfortunate error for the JRU Lady Bombers.
So Ateneo opens things up. 1-0. Of course, Ateneo finished 8 and 6 in the elimination round, tying for 4th place. Actually, had a really slow start nung UAP season. 0-3 sila to start di ba?
Yes, actually. 0-3 tapos bigla na lang nag-show up agad yung second round.
Actually, kumbaga early on that UAP season, meron talagang slight concern as to how their season would pan out, but great recovery from them.
Yes, I think there was also pressure, especially if you're the defending champions and coming off from a pandemic.
Yeah.
Ang tagal ng pahinga mo. So, hindi alam ng fans and hindi alam ng mga team kung paano ka gagalaw.
Sa tanda natin, during that time, biglang nawala na si Kat Tolentino, si Joanna Maraginot.
Okay,
but with the likes of
can we talk
this girl,
about that?
parang di nila kailanganin
Beautiful set from Nang. That was perfect. Tapos, perfectly sealed by Shunashima.
Great attack there from the lefty.
Straight to the floor.
Lian de Guzman. Also from FEU Diliman.
Yes, a very promising player. You can see that she contributed even in the UAAP.
Was the back-to-back palarong pambansa champion for NCR 2018 and 2019. Back set, this time from the right side.
Love how the second stringers for Ateneo is delivering really quality minutes here.
Shunashima from the left to the right, walang problema. And this spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
That's how you spot a great attacker. Kahit saan ka ilagay, kailangan mo talaga mag-perform.
Batara. Ito, chance ball for JRU. Rosario, who will she go to? She goes back to Batara in the middle. Ooh! Finding a spot!
Lucky break. I have to commend if you look in the Ateneo Blue Eagles side. Kanina, kakapasok pa lang nila and alam nilang second stringers, Roma Doromal really is leading her team, very vocal inside the court. I think it's helping a lot.
Rosario this time to Higuera, denied there by Buena.
The celebration from the Blue Eagles side is crazy.
And this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Jose Rizal University calls for time. Let's listen in.
See, okay? Asan to? Hindi mo sa kanya. Tapos, umatras kayo para may ang tawag to, buwelo. Ano ginagawa mo nakatutok ka dito? Huwag mo iwanan. Pwede tayo, girls. Okay, girls. May first ball tayo. Hindi tayo makakonvert ng point. Gamitin natin yung first ball to our advantage. Tara!
Yun na nga, same exact advice from the first set. First ball talaga yung kailangan nila. Hindi makakonvert ng points and hindi maka-deliver ng setter to her attackers if wala kayong first ball.
So early part of the first set, maganda yung receiving nila eh. But
yes.
so far, medyo lumalaylay dito.
Receiving and depensa na rin. Kasi medyo madami din yung first ball, ng mga free ball na binibigay ng Ateneo pag hindi naka-establish eh.
Let's see, Rosario goes to Villanueva. And that umbrella formed there by Ateneo.
No, I think it was easy for Ateneo to get that block because the set was very high. Gave them time to establish their positions and read kung saan papaluin yung bola.
Nakita mo yung tall trees na kailangan kalabanin doon ni Danica Villanueva. Almost no chance there. Reguera from the right.
The exact
Oh my
same.
goodness.
That was an umbrella block. There was no way that ball was going to Ateneo's side. Very heavily guarded by the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Sabi ng Ateneo from the left to the right. No access.
No access indeed.
Ateneo opening up a 6-point lead. Make that 7.
Great serve. You know, I think this is the momentum they have been looking for from the first set.
Blue Eagles rolling so far 8-1 here in our first technical timeout.
Sydney Niagos told me they are excited to go against this well-decorated team from Katipunan. They are aware of the odds but they are a rebuilding team kaya ang inaasahan nilang maiuwi ay ang mga lessons and experiences from this game that will help them in developing their team in the next season. Now to win today, Sydney tells me they need to strengthen their floor defense and it will spell all the difference in this game. Now back to the panel.
Great job as always, Janine. Kita mo naman si Sid Niegos, ini-enjoy lang kahit nasa bench. Together there with Malay Amante. But right now, Ateneo surging.
Nakita mo ibabaw na siya dun sa bola eh. It was so easy for her to spike that ball no matter if it was hard or soft kasi alam niyang late na rin yung blockers niya. So, good point.
Ivana Sulit making a name for herself so far. The 19-year-old. Let's see if JRU could capitalize. No, they do not. Chance here for Ateneo. Sets up once again. Ivana Sulit with back-to-back hits.
No, beautiful attacks coming here from Sulit. Alam mo, nakita mo na pag may first ball talaga sila, ang Ateneo, like they really use it as an advantage to accumulate points from their quickers.
And this school play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. De Guzman that time.
A bit too strong, but the power was there and the intention was there. You know, those zones, Zone 1 and Zone 5, yung sa likod, yun talaga yung target ng most teams when it comes to services kasi medyo mahirap na yun basahin.
This time they go left and Buena obliges.
You see that approach was a bit too slow. Medyo nag-adjust pa siya. Timing ano yun. But very successful for her.
So you can see here yung mga bagong mukha for Ateneo. Ivana Sulit. You've got Buena. Ivana Sulit, of course, also from Ateneo, the Davao University. Much like Faith Desperos and Tax Fujimoto.
Yes, and as you said, new faces for Ateneo, but you know Ateneo is known to be a team who shows up every game no matter who their opponent may be. And they have a system which results them to be one of the most successful programs here in volleyball.
Let's listen to a Coach B at yung second
Naniniwala
time
na
out.
kaya nyo, hindi na talaga kakayanin. Diba? Nagka-training naman tayo. Pareho lang naman tinitraining natin eh. Okay? So kailangan lang lumaban tayo. Okay? Laban tayo, laban nyo. Huwag tayo papayag na ganun-ganun lang pinagbibigay tayo ng point. So let's go.
You know, ito na nga yung sinasabi ni Coach Mia, lalaban dapat. So, parang kanina yung first set, we were commending them because their energy levels were so high, wala silang pressure. Pero, a bit of a fallout for JRU. Sana lumaban nga sila.
Medyo bumaba yung energy level eh. Actually, it drastically dropped here in set number 2. Ateneo now with a double-digit lead, 12-2.
Yes, and exactly what she said. Pareho lang naman kayo nagtitraining. So, pareho din kayong may ipapakita. So, ipakita nyo.
At that time, responding well to Coach Mia Tuseco's timeout with a block there. Laika Higuera actually provided a spark back in the NCAA against San Sebastian in the step ladder semifinals, scoring 8 points in that win. So hindi nyo natatanong, itong JRU actually won a game against San Sebastian in the semifinals, although falling short against Arellano.
And as we see here, they're again using off the block attack points, which seems to be working very well for them. Dapat yun na lang yung i-focus on nila.
Of course, former players na kilala dyan for JRU. Shola Alvarez, season 93 MVP. At that time, Ateneo once again scoring. And nakita natin, ito si number 11, Tsunashima, from the left to the right. That lefty spike, very lethal, very promising for Coach O. And look, right on cue, an ace there by Giselle. Giselle Tsunashima. Along with Jenna Hora, a bunch of lefties na dapat abangan dito for Ateneo. Back set.
Great adjustment.
So Guzman sets up Buena off the block.
Buena didn't have a choice than to hit that ball a bit strong and long kasi ang layo niya na sa attack line.
So 11-point advantage for Ateneo here in set number 2. Another good serve. Amante from the back. Ildefonso. Kay Buena ulit sa kaliwa. Good rally so far. Amante too close to the net, and that's why Ateneo will get another point as we head into our second technical timeout. Ateneo up by 12, 16-4.
Hi, I'm Danica Villanueva from the JRU Lady Bombers, and today, share ko sa inyo kung sino ang aking idol. Walang iba kundi si Dali Grace Versosa. Natutunan ko sa kanya yung mga small techniques, saka yung kung ano yung na-experience ko ngayon sa volleyball dahil sa kanya. Tulad ng yung mga cuts, yung pumalo ng...
Back with us here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum, and this phase of our game is brought to you by Shakeys. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. I'm sure she's enjoying this match between Ateneo and JRU, although Ateneo with a commanding 12-point lead here in set number 2, 16-4. One of those big reasons why is because of this girl, Tsunashima. Batara from the middle. From the back row, sobra.
Yeah, that angle from that spike was a bit off. Medyo napahaba yung bola.
JRU finished 5-4 in the elimination round of the NCAA season 97. As I mentioned kanina, won against San Sebastian. But before that, actually had a really tough time in the elimination round. Absorbed 3 straight losses. Nawala pa doon si Angel Bautista, one of their key players. But they scored a must-win game against San Beda before coming back by 2 sets and 3 points in the 5th set against LPU to advance to the semifinals. So what a journey there. Of course, kasama pa nila doon si Dolly Versosa and Kia Melgar. But now new faces emerging here, like Hazareno.
Well, that was a great angle of an attack. Kita mo medyo nag-adjust yung body niya tsaka yung kamay niya to make it off the block.
Batara could serve as one of their spark plugs. Ildefonso. Nang from the back row. Rose. So Mad scramble from both squads. Ildefonso from the middle. JRU trying to save the ball, and they do. But Ateneo here with the chance ball. Sets up from the back, Leon de Guzman. But again, it's outside.
You see the same attack errors coming from de Guzman in the set.
Perhaps yung familiarity niya with her new teammates here, majority of them. Kasi syempre, mostly in the UAP season 84, she was part of that starting 6.
That can be a factor, Ken.
Although, during that season, nag-emerge talaga dun sila Erica Raagas. Really took over that spot. Of course, Erica Raagas, but not with the team anymore. Going pro, as well as Danny Ravena, and we mentioned earlier si Jaja Maraginot.
Yes.
Off the block, Risa Rose, no problem.
These are the points they really need to focus on, because these are the points that need to be effective for them.
Villanueva will check out in favor of May Ruiz. NU in the background waiting for their game against Arellano later on. Battle of the finalists. Actually, NU the champion and Arellano three-time champion naman sa NCAA. Oh, Risa Rose scoring there. So may check ball doon.
You know, saying that she is a player na inaasahan ni Coach Mia. She's really showing her minutes here.
Normal with the first ball, sets up de Guzman, and this time she won't be denied.
Great fake from the Ateneo Blue Eagles kasi akala ko isa-set na sa likod tapos pinilit niyang iset dito sa open.
Look at that wind up and that finish by Leon de Guzman. The Ildefonso, of course, the sister of the Ildefonso brothers, Dave and Sean from NU. Although Dave now playing for Ateneo in the UAP. Punta dito ay de Guzman, off the block, it goes.
Now you see her really bumabawi.
Kanina kasi panay sobra yung tira niya sa back row eh. But now, this time in the front line, talagang nandiguro na dito.
Very power through.
Ateneo, of course, has 3 UAP women's volleyball titles, won back-to-back in season 76 and 77, and last winning the championship in season 80. So that was sila Kat Tolentino, Bea De Leon, Tina Wong, those trio. That trio really formidable.
Yes, but also very promising last UAP season. As you said, slow start, but tingnan mo naman, nakaabot pa sila ng 3rd place.
Yeah, remember, they also took a set from NU.
Really?
Naglaban sila. And maglalaban ulit sila bukas. At that time, May Ruiz with a kill attack there. And this Mike set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. So after falling behind by as much as 12 points, JRU cutting the lead down to 8. De Guzman denied.
Beautiful block by Rose. Nakita mo na hindi niya na daw papadaan si De Guzman for the 3rd time.
Actually, kanina ginagawa din nila yan kay Faith in the first set, especially towards the latter part of that set number 1. (2011). Actually, Ateneo earned that point earlier. Ruiz. De Guzman. And that ball doesn't go over.
Very unfortunate error, lalo na ang ganda ng first ball ni Dora Maldon.
See here. Oh, caught the tip. Laurente now serving for JRU. Hailing from Camansin Norte, Numancia, Aklan. But Ateneo manufactures something there. So it's 2013. Brianna Nang now at the service line. Had some good sets earlier. And a good serve as well. Could be a promising center here for Ateneo. Of course, has produced really good centers like Dina Wong,
Julia Morado,
Jem Ferrer. Alam mo si Jem Ferrer madalas nakakalimutan sa conversation kasi nasa 2000s part siya ng era ng Ateneo, but really was a good setter for Ateneo.
Yes, but that was the start for Ateneo system.
Yeah. Sila Gretchen Wood,
Yes,
si
the Fab
Vaso,
Five.
the Fab Five, exactly. Phil Glenn Cayetano.
Yes, Gretchen Ho was my idol growing up.
And did you remember na they were coached actually by Coach Roger Goyev during that time?
Oh yes.
And that really started the emergence
Yeah,
of the Blue Eagles.
The run for the popularity of what the Blue Eagles is now.
And now we're establishing a 10-point lead. Another service ace here for Brianna Nang.
You know what they say about setters? That
Yeah.
usually they're one of the most effective servers as well.
So ikaw rin.
I love service.
And that time, the attack by Sulit is enough for Ateneo to grab once again a set point here. 24 serving 13. Ateneo on the verge of leading here 2-0 against JRU.
Very minimal substitutions also for Coach Owen at Ateneo Blue side.
Di na niya kinailangan ibalik sila Faith, sila Vanny Gandler.
Yes, I think it's also to prepare for tomorrow's game since it is one of the most awaited games in the Shaky Super League.
But meanwhile, Risa Rose still doing damage off the blocking. Si Diegos pinasok na dito, pinaltan muna. Ito si Patara. Mention NU in the background.
Oh, I think Nyarva is dressed today. Maybe she's gonna play today.
From what I've heard, maglalaro si Jen Yerba.
Oh. And Kagande as well.
That's right. Actually,
Join-
later on,
Yes.
we'll reveal natin sino yung mga hindi maglalaro for NU. But stick muna tayo dito. JRU kontra Ateneo. JRU fighting back.
Oh, lucky spot at the back in between zone 1 and zone 5. See, those are the attacks na mahirap basahin if mag-out na or kung mag-in.
Diegos from the middle, no problem.
Yes, and you see her, she really well adjusted her body to that spike.
Alam mo, bira kong makita na hindi nangiti si Sid.
That's so true.
Kahit no sa NCAA, when I covered her,
You know, that's what her team needs eh. You need someone to be strong and resilient mentally also inside the court. Mahirap na pag down yung energy mo sa court, makaka-affect talaga ng laro mo yun.
right now we're seeing a good rally from both teams. Roses sends it to Ruiz. So chance ball here for Ateneo. Sulit from the middle. Chance here. Dito naman sa JRU. But squandering it. De Guzman from the right.
That's great coverage from JRU.
Magandang palitan natin dito. But but JRU.
Outside.
So that block sails out. Let's take a look. Yeah,
Oh, check out.
checked out.
Lucky.
So JRU hanging on, 16-24. Oh, yun ang sayang.
Yun ang sayang.
You've done so well, but you know, ending this set with a service error. So Ateneo now up 2-0 here. as they win it 25-16 here in set number 2. Our fans here enjoying the action here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Meanwhile, we turn you over to Janine Sakal for this report. Janine?
We have here our Shaky super fans of the day, Paul and Yancy. So Paul, Yancy, sino sinusuportahan natin today?
Of course, Team Ateneo!
Alright, so bakit natin sinusuportahan ng Ateneo? How long have you been fans of Ateneo?
Actually, ever since Ateneo fan na talaga ako. And because of Faith Nisperos and Isabel Nisperos.
Oh, wow, we have fans of the Nesperos sisters here. So, Paul and Yancy, isang cheer naman dyan for the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Go Ateneo! One big fight! Go Ateneo! One big fight!
Alright, so and now let's turn it over to the panel.
Thank you, Janine. And those were our Shaky Super fans of the game. And it's brought to you by Shaky Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Set number 2 was an Ateneo onslaught. Richie, especially yung second unit, really contributing for their cause.
Yes, actually, and you see how the Blue Eagles really dominated that set with the second stringers performing super well together. Nang was able to distribute her sets and also gain points from her services as well. And of course, we have to acknowledge Roma Duramal for her perfect receptions and digs. That made it easy for them to get that set, and credits also to the established blockings of the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Let's take a look at the numbers once again, Richie.
Yes, and you see that lamang pa rin sila sa attacks, and even if JRU up their number of attacks, not enough to get that set, unfortunately.
Lian de Guzman really coming on late for Ateneo. Samantala naman si Giselle Shunashima was really a spark plug for the Blue Eagles, especially early on in that second set. Risa Rose, makita mo yung frustration, but still, meron pang set number 3 to bounce back on.
Yes, and hopefully this time around, mapakita ng JRU Lady Bombers yung pinakita nila yung first set. Medyo palaban yung energy nila that set.
Fanny Gandler and Gina Hora, part of that first 6. Now is inside here for Ateneo with the second stringers, as well as Lian de Guzman. Set number 3 underway, and it's brought to you by Shaky Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. And Fanny Gandler finally showing her presence.
Starting off with a bang, you see that approach is beautiful and her end was even more spectacular.
Kumbaga nag-backseat muna siya nung first set kay Lefay, kay Hora, but right now, showing her stuff.
Yeah, she also needs to warm up for tomorrow's game.
But right now, solely her focus for sure is this game against JRU. Although, lamang sila dito, 2-0.
Great set.
But ayun, sobra ulit from Lian de Guzman.
A little adjustment would be much appreciated from de Guzman sana.
Sid Niegos, as always, positive force para dito sa JRU.
And a great service as well.
Guzman off the block.
Yan, tinatry niya na bumawi.
Back set goes to Higuera. Nang to Hora, and she won't be denied.
Beautiful setup by Nang and beautiful attack by Hora. You really see her flight in that attack.
Take a look once again at that good play of the set, and it's brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
You know, ang nanonotice ko dito sa kay Gina Hora is her approach. Very explosive.
Very explosive, very springy. Ang bilis tumalon. Look at that. Oy,
And her
drop
hang
ball
time
muna doon.
is very long also.
So mad scramble here for the white shirts. Chance here for JRU. Quick set. Joust at the net. So Ateneo resets. Risa Rose once again. Nang from the back. Gandler. Brianna sets up Lian rather.
A bit too low of a set, but great adjustment.
Great rally so far. Back set. Higuera. At that time, AC Minor
And you see
with the
that,
specialty of the house.
yes, and you see that block was just used. I mean, parang fingertips niya lang yata yung tumama doon. Pero yeah, fingertips lang yung tumama and naka-block pa rin siya.
Haba rin talaga na reach ni Minor eh. That's why she was the second best blocker
Yes.
in terms of average per set, 0.5.
Yes, and she's very athletically gifted.
At 28 kill blocks. Talking about AC Minor noong nakaraang UAP season 84. So yun din yung 8 block outing niya against UP was so impressive at a crucial juncture.
Yes, and if you can see in the Ateneo Blue Eagle side, very vocal yung players nila when it comes to telling their teammates na, uy, tatlo blockers dyan, or tatlo yung attackers ng kabilang side. So, kailangan talaga nila magbantay. Communication is key.
Nang sets up Lian de Guzman.
Beautiful off the block attack by de Guzman. Ibabaw na siya dun sa bolang yun.
Really warming up this time. In set number 3, the wind up and the finish there.
Yes, and the swing.
5 serving 1. Laurente, pumunta kay May Ruiz. Minor was there. Gandler from the back.
Good adjustment.
That was just too close to the net.
Yes. And medyo nakabantay na dun si Minor. Nakita niya na
niya
yeah, nakita niya na yun.
And which leads us to a Coach Mia at Yoseko timeout. Let's listen in.
Kanina, usapan natin, titignan mo kung sinong maliit na blocker. Ipilit ka ng pilit doon. Ang laki-laki ng blockers doon. O, unless mapapagalaw mo dito para makuha mo yung isa, then lagay mo doon. Di ba? O, ayos tayo. Nakuha naman natin yung depensa. Kailangan natin mag-convert. Okay? Kailangan natin mag-convert. O, lang isa.
Back with us here as JRU trailing by 5 points. Coach Mia really asking her players na kailangan nilang mag-convert dito, Richie. But meanwhile, Ateneo surging ahead 6-1. Alam mo, maganda dito. Really, Coach O coaching hard despite the fact that they are really up here.
You know, Coach O is a coach na very hands-on sa players na. Not just when it comes to volleyball, but also when it comes to their personal lives. Very character-focused.
And si Coach O kasi really well known to be very devoted to God talaga eh.
Yes, that's so true.
And he always says na, Lord, make me your instrument to volleyball. And lagi niya niyang binabanggit na that his strong faith is coupled with an equally strong training program built on hard work. Actually, nabasa ko to sa article ni Net Zabala from the article titled Man on a Mission, Coach O and the Secret to His Success. So,
Very inspiring. Indeed.
very inspiring yung story niyan.
And great angle from Vanny Gander. Sorry. Medyo na-excite ako dun sa attack na yun. Ang ganda.
And of course, Vanny Gandler.
Very efficient even from the back row.
Set number 3. Kita mo sa likod si Bella Belen. Mamaya makikita natin sila against Arellano. That time, AC Minor once again with that emphatic block.
I have to commend her timing.
And look at that. AC Minor building a wall. No access, sabi niya. Single block.
Kahit mababa na yung set, na basa pa rin ni Minor yun eh.
This block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Time out muna tayo. Magbabalik po kami. Here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum for Ateneo versus JRU. Ken Pangalinan and Richie Cordero calling the action, and Janine Sacco working the sidelines here. Ateneo currently up 2-0 and now lead 8-3 here in this set number 3. Of course, if Ateneo wins, they will go up 2-0. While at JRU, if they lose here, will finish their campaign with an 0-3 record, which is something they really don't want to have heading into the NCAA tournament. But right now, Ateneo looking good, but JRU responding. Now, sets up ulit. Ito si Lian de Guzman.
Very well adjusted in that attack na.
Maganda kay Lian de Guzman, really mixing up her attacks this time around. Lian de Guzman, we mentioned, back-to-back malamang pang-bansa champion, also won a silver medal in the 11th ASEAN School Games. That time making good on her serve.
Yes, missed reception by the JRU Lady Bombers. Pero trinay pa nila yung habulin eh. Tumama lang talaga sa pole.
And she's one of those players that very rare breed yung pwede maglaro ng opposite and open din.
Yes, and it's important if you're a spiker that you really know how to be resilient wherever your coach places you.
And that's something that's really hard to do. Akala ng iba, madali yung transition na ganyan.
No, it's not easy. The angles are different and yung sets din different eh. Pag front and back.
Right now, she is rolling at the service line. 12-4 is her tally. Ateneo up 8 points. The white shirts looking good so far in set number 3. Rose sending it over. Nang Guzman trying to chase the ball, and she does it successfully there. And now the double subs come in for JRU. Mali Amante and si Rosario pinasok na dito. Pinaltan muna si Laika Higuera and Intay Laurente. 13-4 Ateneo. Led by Coach Oliver Almadro, who also steered the Ateneo men's volleyball team to 3 consecutive championships. Season 77, 78, at 79 lang naman. Meanwhile, JRU scoring that point. Roma Romal, you mentioned Richie doing a great job setting up her setters.
You know what I like about Roma Romal? Nakita mo na ba yung video niya na yung kay Faith? Yung sinabi niya,
haven't seen that.
sabi niya idol niya daw si Denden Lazaro. Tapos pinag-compare kasi si Denden Lazaro, sabi, parang when you see Denden Lazaro perform, she gives trust to her spikers na ko-cover ako.
Right.
And then there was a video of her doing the exact same thing to Faith Nispero. So I was like, oh, that's so cute.
Of course, emulating their predecessors.
Yes. And she's also as vocal as Lazaro.
Very important, especially you're in the back line of that defense.
It's great block from the JRU Lady Bombers. Nakarami na sila ngayon. But yes, you know, going back to Roma Normal, if you notice, nakikita mo na inaagaw niya talaga yung bola, lalo na pag free ball. Like, she spreads her hands and says, really, it's mine. It's my job as a libero to get that first ball and deliver it to my setter.
And maganda yan kasi alam mong aasahan mo siya from that back line. Meanwhile, it's Fanny Gandler's turn.
That was a beautiful attack by Fanny Gandler. Nakita mo yung approach niya dun sa bola, medyo nang-gigil na siya.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Sorry, Richie, where you were saying?
Yes, I was saying na medyo hindi siya nabigyan ng bola, the past sets, tapos ngayon nagpapakita na talaga siya.
Although, bumalik sa JRU yung bola. So, actually, nullifying that point.
Ooh.
So, it's now 13-7. Ateneo still ahead, but only by 6. Gandler, second try.
Oh, a bit too close to the net for that one.
This time, she goes to Hora. Matagal natin di naramdaman si Hora. And that time, making her presence felt.
That was great adjustment from Gina Hora. Nakita mo, ang layo nung panggaling ng set niya yun, pero na-adjust niya pa rin yung katawan niya.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner. World's best flavored fries. Order now. JRU. Sid Niegos.
Nakaibabaw siya dun.
Nang back set again. Hora this time nabitin doon.
Oh, great effort though.
8-14. JRU trailing by 6 points. That time, service out.
A little bit too powerful.
So Ateneo looking good so far. 10 points away from securing this match. Right now with a 7-point lead. Glad to have you here on another Saturday afternoon. Siyempre bukas, meron ulit tayong 4 na laro dito sa Shakeys Super League. So abangan nyo po yan.
Ooh, great save from Alona.
Alonia with a good dig there. Nang goes back to Fanny. And this time she won't be denied.
Beautiful angle from Fanny Gandler.
Fanny Gandler slicing through the defense. Take a look once again. Tough angle but no problem for Fanny Gandler.
Really see her cutting that attack.
60-8 is our tally. We'll be right back. Back here. Malay Amante, one of the promising players for Coach Mia Tuseco. Fanny Gandler, kanina lang, had an impressive hit. You know, I gotta ask Richie, naging teammate mo to si Fanny. What were some of your fondest memories during high school to di ba?
Yes. Actually, my memories with Fanny, it was off-court Like, I really grew up with her, like, ever since we were 12 years old, so... Yes, one of my best friends.
And I'm sure you're really proud of her development. Grabe, ibang klase yung yung trajectory nung kanyang career so far.
Yes, very, her maturity and the development she had in her volleyball career in the past years, especially during the pandemic. You can't be more proud of her.
Jenna Hora, lalabas na muna dito, replaced by Pia Ildefonso.
Fan favorite.
That's right.
Isa pa yan si Pia. Very sweet girl. Pero parang hindi halata the way she plays.
Actually, lahat sila eh. Pati magkakapatid. Dave and Sean. Really, yung mga light personalities nila. Which is funny kasi, di ba, their dad, Danny Ai, if you've seen yung mga interviews, very strict daw.
Oh, really?
But, ito na. Papaltan muna dito si Malay Amante. At ito si Rosario. JRU trailing by 8 points. 17-9. Gander once again from the left. Just a clean hit there.
More often than not, the balls really find their way to the floor when Vanny Gander is attacking.
Take a look once again at that wind-up and the finish there by the former De La Salle Zobel standout. 9-point lead for Ateneo.
Great first ball.
But that time, Ateneo just enough juice there. 10-point lead. Coach Mia Joseco will call timeout. Let's listen in.
Gilid-gilid tayo. Okay, may tao doon. Nasa pwesto tayo. Kaya, alam ko, may blocker na eh. So, pwedeng dito ka muna bago ka, pag pumihit doon, saka ka mag-commit doon. Pero kung hindi pa, dito ka muna. Okay? Di ba? Ginagawa natin, may blocker na eh. Pag kiinday, papako talaga doon. Okay? Yan, tingin lang. Huwag mong panggigilan. Relax. Pauwi lang tayo. Tingin sa fighter. Pwesto muna yan. Pwesto muna.
So Coach Mia Joseco really barking out specific instructions here for her girls, trailing by 10 points.
I think now the JRU Lady Bombers really has to listen to their coach kasi if we saw them in the second set, yung pinagsabihan sila ni Coach Mia and they delivered and they listened, agad-agad they accumulated the points and medyo nakahabol sila dun sa second set.
Again, next play mentality eh. It's not what they really need here.
A bit too low of a set.
Laurente goes to May Ruiz and that time she responds.
You know what I like about Ruiz is she really a powerful hitter na minsan kahit established na yung block, talagang pumapaltos yung bola sa kamay ng block.
Actually, nung first set, maganda yung pinakita niya dun eh.
Yes, especially starting off the first set, nakailan din siya, no?
And she's always known to be a quick starter. Talking about ito si May Ruiz, who's actually taking up criminology in JRU.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
And here she is. That time dug up well by Ateneo. Vanny Gandler from the back.
That's her sweet spot. Pag sinet up mo na si Vanny sa likod, you know that she really will deliver.
And this spike of the set is brought to you by Bonita Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Ateneo 4 points away from grabbing this match. Actually 5 points away. 20-10 is our tally. Ruiz this time from the right, but is denied once again. This time. Alam mo, ang hirap talaga makalusot pag LCAC minor yung kaharap mo eh.
Totoo yan kasi, she reads the ball very well. And she reads her opponents and her spikers really well too.
And that time, another block for Ateneo. So now 3 points away from grabbing this match. And the double subs coming in for the white shirts. Buena at ito si number 11. That's Jeannie. Then Giselle Chunashima checking in. 22-10. You know, if you're JRU, Richie, what are some of the things that you're gonna take away from this tournament?
You know, from this tournament, I believe that Coach Mia emphasized that it's the learning experience. So, like, being given the chance and the opportunity to play against a very diverse set of teams, they should use that to really learn from their opponents and themselves as well, from their errors, from their strengths like their blocking and their off-the-block attacks that they can hopefully use for their season.
And you know, ito si Sid Niegos really learning on the fly, being the new team captain. Kumbaga kinakapa din niya yung mga teammates niya as being the senior on the team. As well as Jerry Laurente at si Risa Rose. That trio will be very crucial for JRU in the coming.
As well.
And May Ruiz, that's right. That quartet really instrumental if they're gonna duplicate yung feat na yon na nakuha nila semi-final finish in season 97.
A bit off in the angle, but great intention from Ruiz.
And that is it for our match. Ateneo winning it in straight sets.
See their celebration.
So Ateneo now with its second win of the tournament here in Pool C, winning set number 3, 25-10. As JRU bows out with an 0-3 record. But a valiant effort, but Ateneo just too much. 25-20, 25-16, 25-10. We'll pause for a quick break. We'll be right back. Ateneo winning in straight sets against JRU 25-20, 25-16, and 25-10, notching their second straight win. So Ateneo really dominant here, and our MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. So Richie, sino yung pinili mong MVP of the match natin?
You know, for me, it had to be Gina Hora. She performed with so much composure in her attacks, from well-adjusted spikes, power hits, great hang time, and beautiful approaches. This young player continues to deliver for her team. I have to commend how her presence inside the court really uplifts the energy as well, that every point she does seem to leave people in awe. A very promising player to look out for in the next games we will have here in the Shaky Super League.
And right now she is with Janine Sakal. Janine?
Yes, we have here our Shakeys MVP of the game, Jenna Hora. Tawag nga sa kanya ng teammates niya, Hora the Explorer. So Jenna, how is your first year as a rookie with Ateneo?
Okay lang, medyo challenging naman po.
And kumusta naman yung coaching ni Coach O na I always hear from your teammates, he always coaches with a purpose. So how has that affected you as an athlete?
Iniisip lang namin na kailangan namin during game dapat may purpose kami and may goal kami para manalo.
Ay, kitang-kita nga naman na nag-appear na yung goal niyo na yon. And sinong gusto mong batiin ngayon sa pagkapanalo niyo na to?
Binabati ko pala yung family ko sa Bohol, Hora family, Tagupa family, and Pergamino family.
Okay, hello to Jenna's family in Bohol. And Okay, and because of that, dahil ikaw ang ating Shakeys MVP of the game, you have a super card from Shakeys, a gift certificate, and of course, pa-pizza for your teammates. Again, congratulations, Jenna Hora. And now, let's turn it over to the panel.
Thank you, Janine. Alam mo, kaka-birthday lang yan ni Jenna Hora. So yan, extension ng birthday niya with another box of pizza. As we take a look at some of the highlights here, JRU actually did well na naman nung set number 1. But obviously, Faithless Peros, especially towards the latter part of this set, really too much para dito sa Lady Bombers.
You know, I really have to commend also the Ateneo Blue Eagles for their outstanding first ball and floor defense na kahit medyo powering na yung blocks ng JRU, nakuha pa rin nila yun.
They won it 25-20. Talking about the first set, pagdating ng set number 2, it was the second unit itong Ateneo doing damage. Ivana Sulit was a force to be reckoned with sa middle nitong Ateneo. But JRU had their moments. Actually had good blocking dito sa set number 3. But Ateneo again winning it. Set number 3, Jenna Hora once again showing her presence. But nakita rin natin emergence ni Fanny Gantler here.
Yes, that's so true. You see how they really established their first balls, and the setter Nang was able to distribute and give that trust and that confidence to her spikers, which accumulated the points for the Blue Eagles.
May Ruiz, of course, had her moments, but Fanny Gantler and the Blue Eagles just a bit too much as Ateneo winning it in straight sets 25-20, 25-16, and 25-10. And coming up here is our stats for the whole game. Richie, take us through our stats here.
You know, I think the obvious part here, no, Ken, is throughout the 3 sets, Ateneo really dominated with their attacks. Na they were able to get good plays from their first balls and talagang forced to be reckoned with when it comes to their aggressive attack system.
Also the blocks as an 8-point edge as well as 8-3 in terms of aces. So Ateneo, just too much firepower para dito sa JRU Lady Bombers. And up next, it's the Arellano Chiefs. Lady Chiefs looking to increase their odds of reaching the next round. But in order to do that, they have to get into the way of the defending UAP champions, the NU Lady Bulldogs. So coming up next is Arellano versus NU, only here on the Shakeys Super League.